What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And I thought this was a joke at first, but right before the launch of Concord, the developers have confirmed that this game took 8 years to develop.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Imagine spending 8 years of your life putting this game together, and afterwards, this is what you have to show for it. Imagine having such a lack of talent that after 8 years of work, the only thing you have to show for it is a series of characters that are somehow uglier than they are out of shape. And now that the game is set to launch, and it looks like it's going to fail big time, the Concord lead character designer of all people has announced to the world that the developers of the game are, quote, strapped in and ready to push it for years to come, end quote. What's funny is that largely as a result of the character designers, many of the developers at Firewalk are likely staring down the barrel of the unemployment line in the coming year. If I were one of his coworkers, I know what I'd like to say to this jackass.
What good are you? Do you have a brain? Do you want to keep this job? Shut up, listen, learn.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, where I keep a list of games lousy with wokeness pinned to my account for your reference. My handle on there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, Concord is set to release today, and things aren't looking good for these guys. At the time of this recording, the game is only the 245th top seller on Steam. On its launch day, a few days ago, Dustborn managed to hit the 228th spot on the list, and look how badly that went. Concord isn't even that high, and if there was any actual anticipation for this thing, you would think that people would be buying it up in droves and downloading it before release. Once again, we have another example of a title that was clearly made to satisfy the modern audience. And for some reason, nobody's showing up. Nobody is buying this thing. It's almost as if this modern audience isn't large enough to support a lemonade stand, let alone a AAA game that is rumored to have cost upwards of $150 million to make. I guess we all know where that money went though. It took them 8 years to make this thing. That is 8 years of salaries for all of these developers. They started work on Concord back when Overwatch began the hero shooter trend. And you know what else was trending back then? Woke shit. So no wonder these characters look like a clown car of DEI crackheads. But I'll say this, if this took 8 years to make, I can see why the price tag for developing it was so steep. It has to be disappointing though that after 8 years of hard work, they are virtually giving the game away at GameStop. As I discussed the other day, it's being reported that GameStop is giving the game to anyone who trades in a game worth $25 or more. This would only be done if the pre-sales numbers were atrocious. And yet, these jackasses are coming out with all this bravado and acting like they're planning to support this game for multiple years? I call bullshit. I mean, the other day I said it was bad enough that they announced they had multiple seasons planned for this game to the point that they were obligated to support it for a full year. That was bad enough. But multiple years? That is insane, considering how low their player base appears to be. Servers cost money to maintain, and paying the salaries of developers to put together new DLC and all that sort of thing, that isn't going to be cheap either. And when you compare the numbers for the beta of this game to something like the beta for Mecha Break or the First Descendant, you can tell that people just are not interested in Concord's fugly diversity hire characters. Conversely, they are very interested in characters that look like this, because of course they are. Because gamers are human, and humans have standards, whether they want to admit it or not, and Concord's characters look like ass. So no, nobody wants to play that shit, and it is amusing as hell to see it all play out. Basically, what I'm saying in a nutshell here is that this game is going to flop hard. Anything less than 50,000 players on Steam at the same time, 50,000 concurrent players, it is a major failure for a game that cost this much to make. I can't wait for tomorrow to report on a full day of Steam numbers for this turd, but I'm going to leave it there. What do you think the peak concurrent player count for this game will be? I'm guessing it will be a few thousand players, because this does have the backing of Sony to push them higher than the likes of Flintlock: The Siege of Dawn and Dustborn. But it's possible I'm overestimating by a lot as well. Either way, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.